Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Today I'm going to be follow up on the video that I did about YouTube getting sued over there being ads in YouTube Premium, even for people who pay, which was referring to the fact that YouTube is not upfront about the fact that you're still going to see sponsored segments in users' videos. I was not expecting from my audience to see the amount of pushback that I got, or the amount of people that were actually defending the concept of paying for an ad-free experience and then getting an experience filled with ads. So I wanted to go through some of these comments one by one because I think that this is, I'll be honest again, I was not, of all the audiences on the internet to be defending this was just not something I expected from my audience. So let me go over a few of them piece by piece. I typically agree with the majority of your content. I'm sorry. The creators get that sponsor money. You would kill their revenue. Also, the sponsor is part of the content. Sorry. The ads that YouTube blocks is the one that YouTube benefits. The sponsors within the video don't stop the video. The YouTube ads stop the video. Okay, so you would kill their revenue. Now, one of the things I would say here is that my business would most certainly make less money if I offered free shipping. It doesn't mean I can say free shipping on my website and then have a shipping charge at the end of it. I can't say, hey, all of our prices here, free shipping, no shipping charges. And then when you get to the shopping cart, it says $30 for shipping. That's not how this works. Now, I would make less money if I offered free shipping for sure, but if that, fine, then don't advertise free shipping. People may have landed on my website and chosen to get to the checkout cart because they thought that all the prices that they saw were inclusive of shipping. Here, if you're saying no ads, there are people that may have paid that $15 a month under the assumption that they're not going to see ads. So seeing ads is annoying. Now, you could say something like, no ads before the video, but sponsored content still there, but that's less sexy. That's less likely to convert people. And YouTube, in my opinion, knows that, which is why that they are not advertising in that way, honestly. And as I've said, I'm a 6-employee company that makes less than 6 figures of profit a year at the moment. I could never get away with such a case of false advertising. Why are people defending this when it comes to a multi-trillion-dollar company? Next up, you've said in so many videos that creators should say things as things instead of changing words like unalive because YouTube should not have the right to censor creators. Now you're saying that YouTube should be the big brother and censor creators' content. If now you say that YouTube should censor and edit the videos uploaded by creators, where does it end? Sponsorships are a part of the content. If you don't like the content of a video, don't look at it. Don't ask Big Brother to edit it for you. This is not censorship. Censorship is when, I upload a video about Donald Trump, and that video, whether it's good or bad, winds up just banished, or you can't see it even if you search for it, or my channel gets deleted. That's censorship. Censorship is not when YouTube says, hey, are you tired of seeing videos about Trump, whether they're good or bad? Pay us $15 a month and we won't show you videos about Trump. I, as a person that doesn't want to see videos about Trump, whether they're good or bad, pays the $15 a month under the promise that I won't see videos about Trump. You upload a video about Trump and it says, is this video about Trump? And you choose yes, and YouTube fucking shows it to me anyway. That is not censorship. That is me explicitly expressing my preference that I do not want to see videos with this in it, me paying so that I can receive that preference, and then me not getting what I was paying for. Preferences are not censorship. I have a preference to not see sponsored ad spots in the middle of a video that have nothing to fucking do with the video. That is my preference, and that is the preference of many people that use sponsor block. Now, back in the day, I used to joke about sponsor block. I used to say that there were segments with Blackberry the kitten that would get marked as filler content, and that they were trying to censor Blackberry because they didn't want to see what she had to say. Even though I was clearly taking the piss. I was very obviously joking. People in my audience took that very seriously, and they were angry, saying, no, what are you talking about? That's not censorship. I don't want to see filler content in the video. I'm choosing not to see filler content in the video. People are posting what is filler content in the video, and I don't want to see it. There's nothing fucking wrong with me wanting to skip Blackberry using her sandy tongue to rip the skin off of your arm. And point taken. It is not censorship if I say I don't want to see ads, and somebody creates a tool that blocks the fucking ad. And most importantly, if you really want to see every single ad in the video, even after paying YouTube Premium, it could be like Sponsor Block. Sponsor Block has an ability to tap a button, and then it'll ask me if I want to skip those segments before skipping them instead of auto-skipping them for me. This is functionality that has been solved years ago by people coding a plugin in their bedroom that's mostly community curated, open source with no budget. I'm sure a company with $77 billion a year in net profit can easily figure that out. Next, how is it false advertising if the video you decide to watch is uninterrupted by YouTube ads? Should YouTube completely skip a 90s TV ad compilation just because it features ads? Many ads are essentially content. Why should YouTube decide for us what to skip in a video we specifically chose to watch? Okay. If I'm doing a video on MacBook board repair, and in that video on MacBook board repair, I take 2 minutes out of the video to try and sell you a Chia Pet, because I was paid by Chia Pet. In this instance, I have never used the Chia Pet. I don't even like Chia Pets. I am reading off of a fucking script provided to me by the company that makes Chia Pets in exchange for $5,000 or $10,000. That is different than me uploading a video archive of Chia Pet for fun, for archival purposes, because I found it silly and cute and adorable, so I just wanted to show you the Chia Pet. There is a very big difference between me uploading a compilation of ads where that is the purpose of the video and an advertisement being inside of my video that I was paid for. This is a video that I uploaded to YouTube of a Chia Pet. This is not a video where Chia Pet paid me. This is a video where I'm just taking the piss and uploading a Chia Pet video because I find it funny. And the way that you could distinguish this from an actual advertisement per se is when you take a look and when I go edit video, you'll notice that the part of the video that says, does this video include paid promotion? I click no, it does not include paid promotion because it is not a paid promo. It's me laughing while I'm uploading Chia Pets. When we say advertisement, what we mean, and I think that you know this already, and you're purposely taking the piss here when you're even asking this question, is when there's a video about a particular topic, about mathematics, about black cats, about an MSI laptop that you want to review, and in the middle of that video, because that content creator got $3,000 to $10,000 from some company, they start reading off a script and shilling something that they have no interest in. That's what we're talking about here. When somebody clicks, yes, this video has paid sponsored content, and then puts the timestamp in there with the paid sponsored content, so it can simply be skipped over. You know the difference between a video where somebody is uploading advertisements for the purpose of history or archival or fun, and somebody including an advertisement in the middle of a fucking video where they're reading a script that they were paid to read that very fucking often does not have jack shit to do with the content. Next up, and this is the stupidest comment that I've seen in almost any video I've ever gotten, now 311. Number one, YouTube told you you could watch the video the content creator made without ads. If the video you are watching is an ad, that is a skill issue. When there's a problem, instead of just admitting it, people will say, well, if only you were as smart as I was, you would not have that problem. Let's just imagine that it is a skill problem for a second. How do I know which of these videos on the side is going to have an advertisement for Raycon, ExpressVPN, or Incogni at 5 or 7 minutes in before I click it? Explain this to me. Like, what do you want the user to do in this particular instance? Are you suggesting that I download a transcript of the video and look for the word sponsor and read it before I click? This is as stupid as it gets. I think what he's saying is you should be smart like me. You should know which creators are the creators that have shilling stuff in their videos and not watch them. But if we're just talking about somebody that's paying $15 a month for an ad-free experience, and then they're going to click on random videos, how the fuck are you supposed to tell from looking at the screen which one of these videos has a 1 or 2 or 5 minute ad read in it for some random company? It doesn't disclose it. It doesn't say anywhere. There's no way to tell that. There is already a sponsor block feature integrated into YouTube Premium. Is it particularly good? Nope. There you go. Are you asking for a feature that already exists? Yes. You just admitted that the feature is not very good. So I'm asking for the feature to not suck. And what I'm asking for is that the company that makes $70 billion a year in net profit have a feature that works at the very least as well as sponsor block does for free. I'm going to do something I really don't want to do. I'll watch this. Let's see. I'm going to mute because I just don't want to listen to it.
Before. Just like our sponsor. Honey is the free-to-use browser extension that helps you find some of the...
I'm going to mute as long as I can because I just don't want to...
Just like our sponsor. Honey is the free-to-use...
It clearly just plays the video. And you can see that this is a browser where there's YouTube Premium. I will move this over just to, yeah, see, that is YouTube Premium, and it is clearly playing it. Now, watch what happens when I install Sponsor Block. We're going to click onto Extensions, Sponsor Block. Add to Firefox, add, pin. The default option for sponsors is auto skip. So that is the default option for this program. Now we're going to reload this video.
It's better, faster, stronger than ever before.
Sponsor skipped. Now maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe it is a skill issue. Maybe I'm too fucking stupid to figure out how to use that feature. But, and fine, you take your kick of dopamine. But again, this goes back to what I talk about in this channel on a regular basis. When you don't pay, when you are a pirate, when you use a thing you're not supposed to use, you get a better experience than you do when you pay. If you pay $15 a month for YouTube Premium, you are going to hear Linus promote a company that he does not call out as a scam once he figures out it's a scam. Whereas if you use Sponsor Block for free, you never hear the scam. You get what I'm getting at here. Now, maybe if I dig into the settings and I fuck with it, I can figure out how to make the auto skip happen. But there's a lot of videos where that shit just doesn't work. There's a very simple way to solve this. And rather than go back and forth about whether it's a skill issue or you're just too stupid to figure out how to use the thing you paid for, how about you just give me the thing that I paid for? Have a dialog box over here. If you click yes, it has timestamps. You enter the timestamps. And if you are a YouTube Premium subscriber, it'll ask you once, do you want to see sponsor spots inside videos, or do you want us to ask you every time? Do you want to never see them, or do you want to always see them? And just remember that preference. It's that fucking simple. If your business advertises free shipping, you are rolling shipping costs into the product, which means that it's not technically free. By your own logic, that would be false advertising because the customer is still paying shipping at some point in the process. That is literally the dumbest fucking thing that I've ever heard. Because I could have a product that I'm selling, and to make it free shipping, what I could do is I could decide that I make less profit. Businesses have something called profit. It is the difference between the amount of money they bring in and the amount of money that they spend. Now, I could do one of two things. I could decide that I am going to make the product more expensive to make the shipping free, or I could decide that I'm simply going to make less profit. But regardless, this is completely irrelevant because what we're talking about is the difference between what is advertised and what a customer sees. If I say that I'm not going to charge you any more for shipping, there is a difference between me saying this item is $30 and I'm not going to charge you for shipping. You get to the shopping cart and you see that there's no charge for shipping, and I say there's no more charge for shipping. It's $30. You get to the shopping cart and I want $20 for shipping. These are very obviously different situations. In one situation, I said you're not going to pay extra for shipping, and you don't, and the item is still $30. In the other situation, the $30 item has now become $50 because there is shipping in the shopping cart, even though I said on the website free shipping. One situation, you're being lied to, there is false advertising, and the other there is not. You have put your head so far up your ass that there is no ability for us to ever hold a business accountable if they charge you a different amount of money for a service than what they were actually advertising. That's probably the stupidest fucking comment I've ever gotten on YouTube. Next, I heard somebody saying that this is going to really destroy smaller creators. People with really small YouTube channels are going to have less viewership from on the sponsored spots, so they may get less money from the sponsored spots. I know when companies started offering me $1,000 to $3,000 a video. It was not when my channel had 4 or 5 or 10,000 subscribers. When I had 10,000 subscribers, I was making something like $50 a month. If you're a really, really small creator, you are going to make so much more money off of just asking people who find your content valuable to donate than you ever will off of sponsored spots. Trust me on this one, if your channel has 300 subscribers, you're not going to find companies willing to give you $4 or $5 or $10,000 for an ad read. That's not something that's going to happen. And conversely, for most people who use YouTube, if you actually click on Earn and take a look at the revenue share between YouTube Red and standard YouTube users that just watch the ads, it's still massively in favor of the people that actually do watch the ads. So you're talking about a percentage of your audience, a smaller percentage of your audience that's not going to see ads because they've paid to not see ads. It's not about whether people get less money. It's about truth in the advertising. If you said no ads, then there should be no ads. YouTube already has a system in place to figure out and detect if you have a sponsored spot inside the video. This part has been here for over 10 years. This has literally been here since the beginning of me fucking turning on monetization. It's been here forever. They know how to tell whether or not there was a sponsored spot in the video, and the technology exists to make it very easy to skip this for people who have ads with a very easy to use user interface. And I showed you how easy to use that user interface is. The moment you install it, manual skip, show and seek bar, disable, or auto skip. Bam. Where is that on YouTube Premium when I was viewing the Linus ad? It's not. I stand by my original video. I stand by it 100%. If you want to help smaller creators, if you want to help people that you watch, and fine, pay them. If you like the people that you watch and you want them to be supported, pay them. Buy their stuff. Donate to them. I'm not saying that you have to, but if you're thinking to yourself, I really care about that creator getting hurt as a result of the sponsor maybe not paying as much, then sponsor them. Pay for the things that you find valuable. Don't shove ads down the throat of people that explicitly paid to not have ads. And the reason that I'm harsher on YouTube than I am on the actual person making the content themselves is because I have no way, if let's say I was doing a sponsor in the video, I have no way to say, by the way, if they paid for YouTube Red, have it auto skip the section between 7 and 10 minutes. I can't do that. There's no way for me to do that. But YouTube has a way to do that. I don't know which of my subscribers uses YouTube Red. YouTube knows which one of their subscribers uses YouTube Red. I have no way to put the timestamps in here for the ad if I were to click yes, it includes paid promotion. And that's YouTube's fault. Some people have gone the opposite, and instead of saying this is going to hurt the creators, well, fuck the creators because they are the ones putting the ads in the video to begin with. But you have to keep in mind there that the creators have no way to give people who use YouTube Premium or to create a class of people that are not going to see that ad. That would make sense. There could be a section here where it says, yes, it includes paid promotion, a checkbox for no, I don't want people who paid for YouTube Premium to see the ad, and then here's the ad. It's very easy to do that. I'm repeating myself at this point, and again, a lot of it is just because I'm genuinely fucking shocked at the amount of people in my audience are saying, please don't yell at the trillion-dollar company that makes $77 billion a year for advertising there are no ads and then showing you an ad anyway. Like, fuck that. They know if there's an ad in the fucking video. That's why they ask this question every goddamn video I've uploaded for almost 14 years. And the technology damn well exists to make it very user-friendly for those to be skipped and to give you the tools to be able to choose whether or not you want to skip those things in an easy and user-friendly way that is way better than what you have now. Even the fucking trolls are saying that this is a system that doesn't work very well. Then make it work well. Unbelievable. See you in the next one. Bye now.